What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Segment Podcast. Joey Yates and I are in the house broadcasting another one out of Southern California. And boy, do we have a talented person on the show tonight. Mr. Allen Messersmith is going to be our guest on episode 162. And Joey, you had a chance to meet this young man, this young lad.
This young lad. Yes, I did. I met him with Nate out riding jet skis one day. Yeah,
And
super awesome guy. Yeah, a lot of energy.
yeah,
Good dude.
super good. Super good. I feel like tonight's going to be like a full-on TASCO show. We got TASCO writer here, TASCO writer there. You guys will learn more about Alan. He's also on the TASCO tribe, as well as he does a lot of the content for us at TASCO. He's like really creative, really fun, very, very engaging. And I can't wait for you guys to learn more about him. And Joey right there is on TASCO's.
I just,
You're home. You're
I just,
home.
yeah. I'm in the office.
Oh, this is gonna be so fun. We got people already joining in the audience. We got Don Messersmith in the house. He says pumped with the is that a Bavarian Motorworks rim? It looks
No,
like
that's a BMW rim. It looks like.
it looks
I don't know.
sleazy.
Yeah,
I think it is. I think it is. That looks
I see the
dope.
propeller in the middle.
Yes, that's gotta be BMW for sure. Welcome aboard, Dan Messersmith. Good to see you. Oh, we got the lovely and talented MTB Sheen Queen in the house with the patented. There she is right there.
Not only is
Oh,
that a caca, that's a whole shot caca.
is that a whole shot caca? Did she get it?
That's a whole shot caca.
Oh my gosh, just beat out Three Brothers Extreme with the let's go. Congratulations, Kim. We're going to send you, as always, for the folks who don't know, when you are on the show, the first person who makes a comment right at the gun of the show gets the whole shot award. And lately, the whole shot awards have been, where are they? We've had cup holders, but
Coasters.
today, this coaster is going out to you, Miss Kim
Oh,
Churchill.
nice.
So I'll be bringing
That looks
this.
like a coaster and possibly a weapon.
Right? You think I can get this through TSA? I think I can get this through TSA. Maybe the chain part.
Yeah.
It had to have been close though, because these both chime in at 6 o'clock on the dot. Welcome aboard, Three Brothers Extreme. You boys have been killing it. I've been watching, and I need to learn how to pop like these kids. I mean, they got sick airbag now. They're doing crazy stuff into their driveway.
I did see that. They have an airbag in their driveway, correct?
Yes, they could charge admission for that.
That's so
That
rad.
is awesome. Like sending big tuck nose into the airbag,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
pretty impressive.
super impressive. Very, very impressive. We got Dan Messersmith with the affirmative. So we did nail that. Bavarian Motorworks in Germany, BMW, the ultimate driving machine. We got Kim right there. Oh, hell yeah. And this is hilarious. I can't even. Joey, can you read that for me? Because I'll start laughing.
Yeah, it says caca, caca, caca. Yeah, thanks for that.
You're welcome. It's actually when we were at Snow Valley, the cameras were running in Brett Hall, and there was like zero background to this. He just looks at us and he does that. He goes ka-cha, 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 ka-cha. And we were like, and nobody said anything. And then he pedaled off, and we were like, is he okay? What was that? So now that's the kind of the inside of the ka-cha. But you made it sound like a bird, so hey, that's cool. Three brothers this year with the respect. Trail Pimp in the house. He says, I like three brothers and dad. Don't forget the dad and Stephanie, the mom. Super sick family. And then we got Kenny Foltz in the house says, yo, psych for this stream. Yes. So, Joey, you just got back from Hawaii. I know we talked about it on one of the previous episodes, but you got an injury there. You were kicking a tiger shark away from a small baby. And now what's happening? What's happening?
It's horrible because like I didn't even get an injury. I snorkeled too much, and I guess the fin that I was using for flipping around in the water has messed up my foot, and it's been swollen since I left Hawaii. And it's not even fair. Like, I didn't fall, I didn't crash, I didn't twist it. Like,
Nothing epic that you can
nothing
you
epic.
can
I just haven't been able to wear shoes since Hawaii, which is not a bad thing, but it
right.
makes it kind of hard to ride your bike in flip flops.
True. I mean, you are in San Diego, so letting those
Yeah,
toes
I have
hang
been
out.
I have been jet skiing twice because you don't need shoes for that for the most part, but it's probably
Yes.
not good for it.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely probably not that good for it. But hopefully we get you back on the bike this weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
I hear that the fires in Southern California are starting to dissipate. Some of the local parks are starting to open back up. We got Sky Park back open. I haven't heard yet from Snow Valley or Big Bear. Have you heard anything from those two parks?
Nope, just saw Sky Park was gonna open this weekend, I believe.
Yes, which is going to be awesome. MTB Shane
Wait,
Queen
did
going back to the shark. Yes.
I just we have something in common here.
What is it?
Part-time unicycle master?
Oh, we got to get into that. We got to find out what that
Nice.
is.
We're gonna have a unicycle race.
Yes. Let's find out if there's a unicycle on his Instagram as well.
Nice.
MTB Sheen Queen's going back to the whole tiger shark kicking. She says, "No way, that can't be real." Yeah, she snuffed that out right away.
Yeah,
Joey
there
just
was actually a shark in the water, probably 300 yards down from us. If you check out Clark Little's page, you will see that exact shark.
yes, that is a nasty big tiger shark in like waist deep water. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Here you go. Let's just come in and Trail Pimp saying Snow Summit may open next weekend, but Snow Valley may not open back up at all. Jeez. I know the fires were all over Snow Valley. So, but I heard that they turned on the snowmaking machines and that was pretty epic. That was pretty epic. Well, geez, I'm glad that we got that kind of behind us. And I'm glad that our next guest, Allen, was able to come here and visit Southern California when the fires were not here,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to him about that as well. Three Brothers Extreme says, we are in for the unicycle race. Oh, it's
nice.
on.
Oh,
It's
nice.
on. That's going to be at least like, there's 3 of those boys, plus you, that's 5. That's going to be awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I think you, Joey, I think you're in trouble, buddy.
Yeah, I think I'm in trouble. I'm gonna need some practice.
Right.
That's like once a year thing.
Oh my gosh, I love it. You guys in the chat are always so fun. Well, without further ado, let's get our guest out here on the show in front of the cameras. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Allen Messersmith.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, Allen? Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, thank you for having me on the show, Mark and Joey. It's an honor.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for jumping on, man. I know we got like the time differential and everything, so thank you for hopping on from the East Coast side. Really appreciate it. And what Joey was mentioning earlier, for the folks who didn't get a chance to hear, you actually met when you guys were in Southern California. What were you guys doing?
We were actually jet skiing a little bit. It was the first time on the ski, and what a blast that was. I come from a motocross background, and you know, it's pretty similar to bar dragging on a jet ski versus on a motocross bike. So what a unique experience, and I'm glad I got to do that when I was out in California.
That's so awesome. That's awesome. Joey was like, dude, the dude ripped.
I've taken a lot. I've been out there with a lot of people on their first time. They can't even get off their knees, or they just give up so quick. And he made it look easy.
It's definitely tough. Like it's way more twitchy at speed too. So I was a little weary. Like if I hit a little bit of chop at speed, I got a little bit nervous. But we're in the water, but that water feels like glass, so you got to be a little bit careful as well.
Yeah.
Where were you guys on the jet skis?
We were out at Mission Bay. There's a place out there called Fiesta Island that's set up for jet skis. Yeah.
Nice. In the ocean. Ooh. Damn.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah, that is cool. That is really cool. We got MTB Sheen Queen says, "Woo, do a backflip."
Yeah.
On the jet ski or the unicycle?
Which one?
A unicycle backflip would be tough. Yeah, we could try it though.
Can't really pick up speed on a unicycle, so I don't know how that would be possible.
You just gotta let the legs fly out, and you just gotta go for it. Yeah.
Oh man, Alan, take us like what if anybody goes to Alan456, your handle on Instagram, dude, you are a shredder. You're super talented on the bike.
Thank you.
If you go further down, you're talented on moto. And then also watching what you do for TASCO, for all of us TASCO tribe members, you help get a lot of our content out there. And you make us look good. You sound good. You're engaging. Now, let's start with the mountain biking part first. Like, what started you in mountain biking and how old were you?
Yeah, so I only started taking mountain biking seriously probably in about 2018. I had like a giant trance, I think. It was an okay full suspension. I'm like, I'm gonna get into mountain biking. I grew up racing motocross since I was about 5. And
Oh man.
it just two-wheel sports. I rode BMX growing up, and ended up picking up a mountain bike, a full suspension, and my buddy's like, "Hey, come meet me at this trail." And it was just like it was a low budget, and we made it work for a little bit. But once I found a good deal on a Specialized Enduro Elite, I think it was called. It was like a 2018, and that was in, I think, like 2018 or 19, and basically been riding pretty consistently ever since. And over the last couple of years, it's definitely picked up a little bit more. So let's
Wow.
just say the moto has sat on the stand a little bit more than I'd like to, but I'm falling in love with mountain biking, just as much. So it's cool to bounce back and forth just to get two different perspectives. But yeah, I'm having fun on the mountain bike lately. Let's just say we touched the dirt bike once this year. So yeah, it's been hardcore. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are in it, man. When it comes to the mountain biking for you, what was the switch that flipped? Like, what was the one thing that made you feel like this sport is I'm addicted to this? What was that?
Honestly, I think it's the fitness aspect about it. I mean, obviously, like motocross racers are some of the fittest athletes in the world as well. But just like being able to go out with your friends and push each other, and you could actually like communicate, and like just the community in general. I just really gelled with the mountain biking community, and it was a good fit for me, and I am pumped to obviously still be doing it. So yeah, I love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. The community is so good when it comes to
It
mountain
is,
biking. It's just so warm and friendly, and you feel like you've got friends everywhere you go.
for sure.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I come from a place that mountain biking isn't super common. So, it makes it even stronger coming from an area like this, because we really put trust into our local trails, and like we just really like cherish them compared to like you could maybe get jaded a little bit if like, oh, I live in Utah, I ride all the time. Like so I think it's cool to have different perspectives of different areas I've went to. Like Bentonville has a great vibe when I went earlier this year. California, at the end of the day, everyone is a mountain biker, and it all like gels the same, and it's just kind of cool to see it like spread in different places the same,
Right. Yeah, totally. Totally. I think it's just part of that vibe. Like you go most places and you just like, God, you feel it right away, you know? And there's definitely a difference. Like you could be in Bentonville and around other people that aren't mountain bikers, but as soon as you get into the mountain biking scene, but a place like that, it's easier. You just get like sucked right into the friendliness and
for
everyone's
sure.
stoked and stuff. It's you can go solo and make friends.
Oh, 100%. And
Mhm.
that's what's cool about mountain biking. Like I was just on the trail tonight, and this one dude was like, it's just a community. He was having some trouble like shifting his gears, and we adjusted him a little bit, and like we talked for, 10 or 15 minutes. So like that's just how it goes. And like I think that's what makes me love it so much. Just everyone's there for each other for the most part,
Totally, totally. God, man, I love that. It's such a good feeling. And I'd love to hear from other areas because for the folks who don't know, Alan, where do you live?
I live in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. So Ray's is in Ohio. Is it close to you?
Yeah, Ray's MTB is in Cleveland, Ohio. So I live about a half hour from Ray's. So,
Sweet, sweet.
mhm.
Oh, Joey's got something up there, right? He's gonna pop something up. This is you. This is right. So like this place looks so fun,
It
This
is
is
fun.
like
Yeah.
this is a bucket list for me right here. I would love to go play at this place.
right?
And what's cool about that place also, I'm deeply ingrained in the community at Ray's too, and it's cool because Ray's is almost like its own trailhead in a way because people like we have some harsh winters and um, people we go indoors and we frequent this place. So like there's so many different little things you could do in this building, and I've been going here since I was 13 years old. So
Wow.
it has a special place in my heart, and some of the stuff is even still the same when I was younger, so like it's nostalgia too for me. So
Wow.
um
Wow.
yeah, it's super cool though.
That's so
Dude,
cool.
that looks so fun. And then I'm assuming that's all year round. You could ride there all year round.
Yeah, so they have a season, so it starts in October and goes until about May, but throughout the summer they usually make changes and just try to keep it fresh.
Mm.
So they're open on Sundays like 4 to 10 just throughout the summer, just to have a day open if you wanted to check out some of the new stuff they've been working on. But they also have an awesome Ray's YouTube page that they've been showing some of the building process. And during last season, I was able to get in on a couple of those videos, and we did a couple of videos with the kids, just doing some fun stuff like like how long can we stand on the frame, or just like trying to try to get the kids stoked about riding. So yeah, it's a cool community, and yeah, we all love Ray's in the Cleveland area.
That's freaking awesome. I gotta go there. I gotta check that place out. That's gonna be fun. I definitely want to do that. I definitely. And now there's also like we saw wood structures, but there's a foam pit there too. Like MTB Sheen Queen when she said we'll do a backflip. I mean, it looks like there's training facility there for jumping.
Yeah, so Rays is not only a mountain bike park, they also have BMX style features, and so I ride the whole place on my dirt jumper.
Hmm.
But a lot of people bring their mountain bikes, and it just depends what type of rider you are. They have a lot of BMX features as well, so they have a full entire like bowl to ride, and they have like a street slash grind room, and they have something called the profile world, and it's just a literally a room full of jumps. So like a lot of BMXers
Wow.
go, and believe it or not, there's a couple guys straight out of the Cleveland, Ohio, Canton area. The one was just in the Olympics, and he's from the area, and he just grew up riding Rays, and
Oh
yeah, he
wow.
was an Olympic. I think he got fourth. I think so. Yeah, pretty
Oh
cool.
wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
hmm
cool. That's
Yeah, very
cool.
cool.
Cutting his teeth at Ray's. You got
Yeah.
Kenny Bolts here saying everything at Ray's is so fun. So everything there is definitely fun. MTV Sheen Queen is saying Alan is off doing backflips at Ray's while I'm falling over trying to turn around.
Hey, you'll have that. Listen, I've crashed on the dumbest things before. Like I'm not a backflip professional, but yeah, like I could put my mind to something like that, but I'll clip a pedal on something and just eat it. I'm like, I don't know how this works, but
Right. Yeah. MTB has a little bit of humble pie in there always. There was this trail, Alan, that it's called Insidious. It's over by us at Greer Ranch.
uh-huh.
Made it through some of the gnarliest sections of rock tech and drops and rolls and all these things that want to bite you. And then at the end, there was a bush right next to the fire road climb up, and I pedal struck the bush, which had a rock in it, and just exploded me across the trail.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So those pedal strikes or something. I was doing a follow cam with Brooke Trine. She's a professional mountain biker, and she was at Ray's. And I was like looking up, going up the face of the jump, and I clipped the pedal on the top. And let's just say it wasn't pretty from there. So
Oh
like it's
man.
just once you like that little like mental slip, like when you becomes so second nature. Sometimes it's just it'll happen fast.
Yeah. And what is it too? Like it always seems to be the easiest trails that bite you, or it's like you're coming off of a hard trail, or it's something that's like not even a thing.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that's where you tend to get it. You guys, does that
Right.
happen to
Right.
you guys too?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, like
Yeah.
just a little flat corner will get you. So
Yeah, right. You just
Mark,
did all some gnarly stuff.
my last crash was the one right literally in my backyard, like on the fire road back to my house. Like went over the bars and
oh my gosh.
got the birdies in the head and the stars and
Yeah. Joey had we were getting ready to go to Sedona.
yeah, that
I
was
think
the
it
day
was,
before Sedona. You're right.
Okay.
yeah. And he had just done all this gnarly stuff over by his house. He has a volcano. Joey has a volcano in his backyard, folks, and this is a legit
Wow.
true story.
I think we need to see a picture of that one.
It is pretty epic. And he's all over the place doing all kinds of like volcano stuff. And then he's pedaling back to his house, and there was like what was it, Joey? Like a little bit of water and mud. And
Yeah,
he
we
went to
had
go
a bunch
bunny
of
hopping.
rain, so there was a little gap. Like we're talking maybe
Jeez.
a foot and a half. I had to bunny hop over, and I bunny hopped over it, and for some reason my hand hit the front brake, and when I landed, I just got ejected.
You know what's hilarious? Those front brakes, you got to watch out for those things, because I have a crash on my Instagram. I was hitting a jump line for the first time, and I overshot it just a little bit, and I just accidentally just touched that front brake, and it sent me into some bad news bears scenario. So yeah, you got to watch those things.
Was that the one, Alan, where you were saying "woo"?
Yeah,
Was
and
that
then
the one?
ate it immediately after. Yes,
Yeah.
I tapped the brake, and what that did was like it completely killed the wheel, obviously. So once I
Yeah.
landed, the bars tweaked in my hand, and I just like completely demolished my shoulder on a hillside. I was lucky to be okay. It was just a bruise, but yeah.
Dang.
The only thing about that crash is I knew I paid my dirt tax, so I was good to have a good time in Sedona.
You know what? There's something to that. It's like if you're okay, sometimes it's like that refresher, like, okay, I did the thing that I'm always like in the back of my head thinking about. And like it is almost kind of like a mental reset, almost like, okay, I know what not to do now.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Remove front brake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get the action on the front brake, like really away from it biting. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes if it's been a minute, I'm just gonna say if it's been a little bit since I paid my dirt tax, I get this like feeling like
Oh,
gotta be paying some
don't.
dirt tax soon.
There's a word for that. It's manifesting, but there's a not nice way to say manifesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you heard it?
Yeah, I don't want to bring any attention to it, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Don't even
You
get that
stay
out of your head.
We
Yes.
need to stay away from that word, whatever that word is, and we need to stay away from that one more lap or one more time. Yeah, those two right there.
Yeah, it's always one more time.
Let's do it. Let's run it up. No. We're running it up another time. How about that? Yeah.
It's so true. It's so true. Yeah, man. It's like whenever I hear somebody say that, I always like immediately go, "You mean another one? We're gonna do another one."
Yeah, another one.
But what I was gonna say is there is this feeling that once you do pay the dirt tax, you kind of get a bit of a confidence boost if you're okay.
Yeah.
Like,
I
okay,
agree.
got that out of the way, so we're good. Now we're
Yep.
good. MTB Sheen Queen saying, "I thought I got over dirt tax this year."
She paid too much into it this year. Jeez.
She's gonna get a refund at the end.
Yeah. She's gonna get a refund. Yeah, that's pretty good.
No, wait, maybe not.
Oh man, that is good.
That's pretty
that is
good.
so good.
Yeah.
I better get a refund, she says.
Oh my gosh. That's pretty funny.
Oh man, it's super funny. But dude, Alan, so like when I'm watching you ride, I'm like, how does he do that? How does he like whip the bike and then like tilt it towards the direction he's going and then put that bike smoothly down on the ground? Are a lot of the skills that you've learned just from watching other riders? Are you getting these skills at Rays in the community of people riding? Or are you the type that learns quick by watching others? How do you get so good?
I think I've been fortunate to ride with some pretty decent people growing up, and I think instilling that BMX background, you always like, especially like as a moto kid, I was always like, dude, I'm gonna throw a sick whip off my X Factor. So like it was always, the sideways mentality was always there. So I think it was just how to perfect it. And I've been meaning to post this soon, but I have a video, even like a whip progression from like, I saw a whip of mine from like 2022 until like to now. And yes, I think you do adopt other people's styles. You're like, dude, that thing looked insane. Like, I want my whips to look like that. So you start like, next time you're like, oh, I'm going to try to like look back a little bit, or like, I'm going to try to go completely sideways. And then like some people will actually like go sideways and then bring the bar up into
Yes.
their stomach. Like,
Yeah.
so that's,
So
I've actually
sick.
like tried a couple different whip styles, and I was like scrubby type whip for a while. And then I ended up like, I just change it up. And I think honestly, like I'm kind of, I'm like a perfectionist in a weird way where I I just go inch by inch and just try to improve every single time I'm riding in some type of way. And like I think that's where I can get to a point where it's so repeatable all the time.
Mm,
So I think at the end of the day, it's just putting in a ton of laps and just trying to get better every single session. Try to feel your bike more and more every time you're on the bike. And I think that is the most important thing you could do, is just feeling the bike under you, just like connecting with your bike.
ooh, I love that. I do love that. That's such a good feeling when you have that connection to your bike. You can't get somebody to get you off of it into another bike because you're like, nope, 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 nope. This bike and I are
Yeah,
one.
I
Yeah,
agree. I agree.
that feels so good. Speaking of bikes, a question here for you from the audience. Trail Pimp is asking, do you ride an e-bike, Alan?
I do not. I don't have an e-bike, but when I was out in California, I rode an e-bike the whole time I was out there, and it's a blast. I have a video on my Instagram of me whipping an e-bike as well. So that extra weight actually kind of feels good to whip around because it's a little bit more mass you're throwing around.
Yes.
Um, but I was riding one of the new Norco bikes. It was like the SL style, like it was the smaller battery, and that thing felt incredible. So,
Oh, yeah.
um, but yeah, I don't have one, unfortunately. I'd like to get one eventually.
It definitely they're definitely fun. And then it seems to be one of those things you need to have in your quiver when you're out in California. Just the climbs are just so long. You're like, man,
Yeah, this the acoustic isn't ideal for like trying to maximize time slash effort. Like you could still probably get an awesome workout climbing like a fire road up to a sick descent and just put it in eco. I mean, I was still getting a decent workout in eco when I was out, like when I was riding it.
yeah. Yeah. Where did you guys ride when you were here? Speaking
So I came out for the Sky Park Bike Fest. So I was
Yes.
there for the Volume 10 Bike Fest, and so we rode there 2 days, and we also Nate and I snuck a ride on the Exploration Trail, and dude, that was
Oh,
one of
yeah.
the coolest like scenic rides I've ever done. Like it was cool, and like it flows though. Like you have a little tech, you can jump stuff if you want. Like that was rad. So I was pumped
Yeah.
to do that.
That's cool. That's only like what, 20 minutes outside the park, right? 15 minutes
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah. Yeah, we kind of parked in this one spot and we just rode, I think it's like 6 miles up the road, and then we just yeah, we ripped it down to the truck. It was awesome.
Dude, that's so cool. That is so cool. Going back to whips real quick, and Joey, I don't know if that we can find one on his Instagram. Do you whip, for the people out there that are learning how to whip, me included? Do you whip using your back foot or do you whip towards your front foot? I know that people have either way that they like, but which way do you like to whip?
So I am left foot forward,
Okay.
and I end up, so what I try to tell people when they're trying to whip is I always say just start by trying a little bit of a bar turn.
Okay.
So if we can start just getting the motion of a whip down, then we could try to implement something. I like the next like coaching cue, I guess you would say, is always keep your torso facing forward. So
Okay.
if you can get the bar turn and then the torso facing forward, what you're doing is you're starting to move the bike with your upper body. So the next thing when you want to really start cranking a whip is I whip out to the left. So what I want to do is I take my inner ankle and I kind of think about it pushing against the crank. So as you're doing that motion, it's going to keep carrying that whip out, and then when you want to bring it back, you're going to basically overcome the bike and start bringing the whip back with your opposite foot against the crank. So like the foot that's out, like I guess on the outside of the whip is when you're going to want to start bringing that back.
Okay.
So then that's how you can get it back every time. But if you scroll my Instagram, I was getting a lot of hate on this one video. I have a whip video, and I got about 50 saying at fake whip police. So they were on me on that one. So
what?
I thought it was a good whip. It was like out there, and I hung it out there for a while, but I brought it back at the last second. But I guess the fans weren't too happy on that one.
Why would they not like that? I don't get it.
I think it's like maybe like 10 posts ago. It's not super long ago. It was on this whale tail feature at my local bike park. So yeah.
Gotcha. Joey's gonna find that. Kenny Foltz is saying, LOL, I remember that video.
Yeah, Kenny's a good buddy of mine from my hometown. So he recently just got into BMX, and I've been kind of helping him out and just getting the skills dialed in.
Here it comes.
Yeah, this is it right here.
Okay. Dude, that's sick. How's that a fake whip?
Yeah.
I don't know, but if you scroll the comments, it's kind of funny.
That is crazy. That is beautiful. That can't be fake.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That was great.
I wish my fake whips look like that.
Just getting roasted.
4 counts to life on this one. What are they talking about? I don't understand.
They're
fake
just
whip,
I'm getting arrested for this whip.
What?
Oh, you got a full at fake whip.
Fake.whip.police? How?
You got trolled somehow.
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
That's jealousy because that whip is sick. The only reason why you're getting arrested is because it's too sick. Sick.
Thanks. We too sick out here. We too sick for him.
Too sick. We see Brett Hall is in the audience. What's up?
It's not Brett.
Oh, it's Tanner. What's up, Tan Man?
He must have his dad's phone.
He always grabs his dad's phone, dad's credit card.
I want some candy.
Tanner, order Joey some candy.
I want some candy, Tanner.
Alan wants something as well. And we got this. So hey, real quick, going back, I don't know how I missed this. This is gonna be good. Shots fired a little bit. Going back to the community of mountain biking, MTB Sheen Queen says, MTB has brought me so many friends, even willing to be friends with someone in Ohio.
Yeah. The old Ohio, it gets a lot of hate for sure.
What is this? I don't understand. What's the beef between Ohio and Michigan, or is that?
Oh, that is so I'm not too big of a football fan. I just don't watch it really too much, but Ohio State and Michigan State, they're just rivals to the max.
It comes from that.
Yeah. So not only that though, like there's there's comments all the time I see on social media about like Ohio is just a mid state, like it's just whatever. There was a trend where everyone would comment on my video only in Ohio, just like only in Ohio.
Oh,
so Ohio gets a lot of hate, but there's a lot of good stuff here too. It's like it's all good. We make do with what we have. So
well, yeah, if you're whipping like you do, then send me to Ohio.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we'll put you in the boot camp. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah,
MTB Sheen Queen. She's saying Michigan and Ohio are sworn enemies. It's wild.
It is. Yeah, it's really wild.
Dang, if you guys are like crossing each other's like state, you just need to have an Ohio plate and a Michigan plate. Just switch it real quick so that
the old switcheroo would work probably pretty well. Yeah,
right. MTB Sheen Queen saying Rays brings redemption to Ohio. There we go.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, when it comes to riding and you being such a talented rider, I still understand the fake whip thing because that whip was sick.
Thank you. Yeah, I was stoked on that one. The only thing I could see is like maybe it looked like I landed sideways, but if you slow down the clip, it's good. So,
dude, yeah, you brought it back. I thought you brought it back straight, like not even front tire first, like double tire straight, like perfect.
We tried. Yeah, thank you.
That would be in the Olympics. They would be like 10.
10, yeah.
So Alan, like you learn how to ride really well by, progressing with other people. Joey and I have said this before with other guests that come from moto to mountain biking. Does moto to mountain biking seem to slow things down for you? Does it make the jumps seem a little smaller since being in moto, you've had the experience of going bigger and faster?
In a way, yes. But jumping a mountain bike is so much different than a dirt bike. You're using, you have throttle, you have like a gyro effect on the bike. But you're right. Like there is an aspect where you're like, oh, like I'm not going as fast. So you can kind of really break it down in your mind. Like, when you're on a motocross bike, you're hitting a rut going, 20, 30, or if it's on a straightaway, you're going like 50 or 60, something like, you're basically thinking in a split second. Mountain biking though, like those downhill guys, like it's just incredible what they can do at that speed. Like it, so like if you're thinking, I guess in that way, it almost relates the same. They're picking up things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say basically jumping like a mountain bike, it definitely seems like it kind of slows it down versus like a motocross bike. But they're a lot different though, for sure.
Okay. Interesting. I was always wondering because I feel like anybody who's come from BMX to mountain biking or moto to mountain biking, they freaking shred.
Yeah, it's definitely a good crossover. And I've like there's a professional mountain biker, his name's Bernard Kerr,
Oh
and
yeah.
he was riding Supercross for like he still rides really good on a dirt bike, and he was going to try to qualify for a professional Supercross, and like that's just how good he is. So like I
Damn.
think if you could learn how to maneuver a mountain bike and or a dirt bike, they translate so well together.
Yeah.
But the jumping aspect, I always like, I have buddies that can absolutely demolish on a dirt bike and they could barely jump a mountain bike. So I think it's just kind of how you were brought up, like Jeremy McGrath, 7-time Supercross world champion, champion. And, he came from a BMX background. So I think like, it just depends what you were instilled with when you were young.
And he's super fast on a mountain bike.
Yeah,
McGrath?
that's what I hear. Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah. Dang. I know sometimes Joey and I are out there and we'll be around a lot of these moto guys because a lot of them, they cross train in mountain bike and we're like, oh boy, today's going to be hot laps day.
Yeah,
Let's,
sure.
we're going big. We're going big today. I want to go back to bed.
And I saw Steve Caballero when I was up at Sky Park. I didn't get a chance to say hi, but I see you guys you ride with him a little bit too.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
he's got that same thing. He'll bring a crew of these Supercross guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, oh, everything's gonna be pinned today. Everything's pinned.
This isn't gonna be just chilling and hanging out. Yeah, we're going
not,
serious mode.
Exactly. I'm not gonna be able to talk about how I walked the dog the other day and how nice the sunset was. It's gonna be very much.
So
aggression.
I actually found this loaf of bread for $3 versus $5. Yeah, we're not doing any of that stuff.
No, it's gonna be like, I see a lip, I hit the lip, and like mock as fast as I can.
I see lip, I hit lip. Yeah.
Joey was out there one day and he called me after. He's like, dude, I almost died. Joey, who were you out with that day where there was like pinned to the wall?
I don't remember that group. Taka was one of them. There was a few guys out there.
Freestyle guy.
Yeah. That was a fast day.
Yeah. It was crazy. We got a question here for you from Trail Pimp, and Trail Pimp is saying, Alan, have you tried an e-bike at a bike park? It feels like a dirt bike, he's saying.
I did, yeah. When I was at Sky Park, it was awesome. Yeah. Getting some laps in.
Oh, there you are. Is that the Is that you on the
this is on
right
an
there?
e-bike. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
See, Mark, you judged that. You're a judge right now. We're at the session jump.
Dude, Alan wins. He gets the medal. He gets the jewelry for sure. Look at that thing. Damn. You make that session jump look small.
Thank you. Yeah. That jump's fun.
That thing is big. We got Kenny saying Alan got me hooked on the DJ.
Yes.
I see lip, I hit lip.
I'm gonna start saying that.
When it comes to progression, and we were talking earlier about feeling at one with the bike, do you feel like that the dirt jumper, just in your own thought process, do you feel like the dirt jumper is a key bike to have in that line of progression? Take it to DJ, take it to trail bike, take it to big bike type of thing?
if you have some decent, or if you have any type of dirt jumps or jumps around your house that are like dirt jumper friendly, I guess we could say, I do think it translates really well. It's a little bit of a smaller bike, and you get used to flowing and kind of flicking around a more twitchy bike. And when you get on the full squish, it honestly just everything feels like butter, and it ends up, I think it helps out a lot with bike control on the fully, honestly.
Yeah, I can imagine that. I definitely can imagine
Because
that.
anytime I go from my DJ and I get on my full suspension, I'm like, oh, like I know what to do. Like it's just I think it's a good like stepping stone bike, or a good bike to get comfortable on, because it is kind of twitchy and weird, and but it's kind of the same aspect with having front suspension, and it kind of feels sort of like a mountain bike.
Yeah, right. And then you get back on the mountain bike you feel comfortable with, and you now know how your body should feel moving the
Yeah.
bike around with what it is that you're trying to accomplish.
Mhm.
For example, Steve Caballero, he wants to take Joey and I to Woodward, which is one of the training facilities we have at a place called Tehachapi, California,
Mhm.
to learn backflips. And he's like,
Here we
we're gonna
go.
we're gonna do it. We're gonna learn a backflip, and we're gonna film this thing, and we're gonna like try to backflip into the foam pit, and then possibly the resi. But definitely my goal is foam pit for sure on day one.
So I ended up learning a backflip in a foam pit in 5 tries. And if you have the right technique, I think you could do the same, honestly. It's literally just a mental block thing for the most part. Just getting used to that rotation. It's weird at first. Um, I think you guys could do it for sure. It was scary thinking about, like, you have to just get over the fear of, like, okay, I'm landing on my head, here we go, because like you're
Yes.
probably going to land on your head the first time. And Woodward has such a nice foam pit. I think you guys will be okay. So but yeah, Brooke Trine ended up teaching me how to backflip on a random like Tuesday or Wednesday night. I'm like, I saw her do one in the foam. I'm like, man, I've just never tried one. And yeah, just I have a video on my Instagram of me doing it that first time, and a couple times the bars like landed in my stomach. That feel too good. But if you stay on the bike, that is 100% the best way to go. Don't try to ditch the bike or anything like that. Bad things could happen.
Yeah, the bike's in the air. You're trying to figure out which way you are.
Yeah. Yep.
The technique of that, does it feel like you're obviously it's not like a pop thing, right? Does it feel like you're pulling up to do like a manual, and you just kind of like continue to hold it, or what is the feel?
So you would think that that is the case, but honestly, you pull a little bit. But the best, like the way I was taught how to do it, is I would be on like flat ground, and I would basically just be sitting there, and then I would kind of just, I said, sit back in the seat. That's what Brooke told me to do. She said, just sit back in the seat. So if you can think about just every time you're about to go off the lip, just pulling back, like in sitting, like pulling your weight back and sitting into the seat, it will just come around.
Wow.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy how like I got 3/4 around the first time, just like, okay, I'm on the lip and we're at the top, sit back and sit in the seat. And as long as your head, like, it's important to obviously like keep following with your head too. And it honestly, it comes around pretty good from just doing that, because if you start yanking on the bars, two things are going to start happening. Your head is going to become closer to the lip because you're yanking, and you're
Oh,
going to speed up your rotation a lot.
oh,
So it's
gee.
almost better just to kind of get used to sitting back in the seat and just like pulling with your head and just like committing to the rotation going that way.
Okay.
Wow.
That's cool. That's cool. So see, MTB Sheen Queen, there's somebody out there in my camp that's like, there's no way you're gonna do this on the first day. So hey, I'm getting coaching right now. This is gonna be
Yeah.
awesome. There was a little kid that was like nailing backflips all day long. And for whatever reason, I must have had a target on my back. He would always come around and be like, oh, I want you to just go off the ramp and just land on your back. I want you to just go off the ramp and land
Yeah.
on your back. And I was like, no. And who are you, kid? Like, you trying to kill me? But now I have motivation, and there's the eye roll right there.
I get that a lot too. Like, can you do a backflip right now? I'm like, man, that's a whole mental thing right now. I'm like, I can, but you know what? We'll hang out for now. We're just chilling. Yeah.
Right. But I'm wondering if that's the same thing, like that you were saying, like sit back in the seat. That must be like if I'm trying not to rotate, just to like let it float, land on my back.
I did that twice before I actually tried it. So yeah,
Okay.
that could be a nice stepping stone into you're kind of like halfway there if you're landing on your back kind of.
Yeah.
So you could try to practice sitting in the seat and then just landing on your back, and that'll kind of give you the feeling at least.
And then when it's time, then give it the full gusto, like that,
Yeah.
you could feel the rotation, so you know exactly how much more you need to do.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I dig that. I love that. And then the question now that I want to lead into, God, I can't believe we're 45 minutes into the show, Joey. This is going so fast.
So
I have
fast.
so many questions for Alan. So many
That's
questions.
okay.
When it comes to, we see TASCO right here above
Mhm.
Joey, and TASCO's in the actual headquarters right there in Carlsbad, California. Joey, can you hand me some of those gloves right there? I just want to take some of those home. Alan, how did either did you find TASCO or did TASCO find you? How did that whole thing start?
It was a kind of a mutual experience. So I was at Ray's, and their main box jump when you walk into the building, it's the line has been there since it opened pretty much, and it's sponsored by TASCO. And I ended up posting a video of me whipping over the TASCO jump, and they commented, and I think I slid into the DMs. I was like, hey,
Nice.
I'm Alan. Like, I just introduced myself, and like this is when I was kind of starting to bridge into some like content creation stuff and things like that. And I was like, I think I could be beneficial and try to produce some content and things like that. And we hit it off super well. And it's we've been working together for, I think, going on 2 years now.
So awesome. So awesome. Yeah, and you, from like what we see, Joey and I, you coming on the scene and just really taking a lot of the media and just making it better, like getting a chance to get it out there, getting a chance to see it creatively and differently. Things that you're doing are really cool. And is that all self-taught, or did someone show you that?
No, it's all self-taught, and just trying to, I don't like to just completely look through someone else's videos and like, oh, I have to do something like that. I'm like, how can I bring my own take on this or something like that?
Mhm.
So I always just try to be as authentic as I can. And like some of the ads and stuff that we've worked on, it's kind of funny. Like, I talk to my dad about this sometimes, and he comes from the advertising back. Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
There.
That's when I got arrested for life behind bars.
Like
Life
fine
behind
bar.
bars.
Yeah. But my dad was in advertising for 30 years, and so he did a lot of spots on TV and things like that. So it's kind of funny how like I sort of got into doing that as well. And I go back sometimes watching some of my older content, and I'm like, I don't even know what I was thinking. Like, it's kind of just like that little bit each day, getting better at creation. And you figure out kind of what works and what works for you. And and I've tried to do that with TASCO as well. I run the TASCO TikTok account, so I'm trying to grow that and help out over on the Instagram as well, and try to bring some life behind the brand. And it's been good so far.
That's so awesome, man. It's so good. You're so good at it. And
Thank you.
yeah, of course, MTB Shinku saying Alan has a great take. Totally. We both talk about. Oh, is this the whip?
That's the jump. Yeah.
Sick.
It was a slow-mo video. It's probably down a little bit there, but that is the jump right there. Yeah.
That is awesome. And was it Nate that reached out to you in the DMs?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Nate's
perfect.
awesome.
Nate is so cool. For the folks out there that are looking at, like either getting sponsored by TASCO or being a TASCO ambassador, Nate, he picks people that are like good character people. They could be great writers and have a bad maybe attitude or what have you. And they won't make the squad. You have to have good character as well. And that's what Nate's looking for. And I think that's
Yeah.
really cool.
It's and it's not all about follower count either. We just want we want genuine people behind the brand, and I've even been helping lately try to scope out some good talent to just represent the brand in a good light, So it's
Yes.
been cool.
Yeah. It's really cool. I know every time he talks to me, he's like, Mark, you're a micro influencer. I'm like, I know, don't have to remind me about the micro part.
You're big
It's
in our
growing.
hearts. You're big in our hearts.
Big in the heart,
Yeah.
small in the numbers.
Speaking of TASCO, though, I do want to drop a little teaser really quick.
Yeah, let's
But
do it.
let's just say we have some exciting things in the works coming up soon. So stay tuned for the next month or so.
Ooh. Give us a little more. Give us a little more. Can we what are we looking at? Something tasty there?
I can't say too much. Let's just say, you could wear it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I know
There's
what you're
definitely
talking.
some goods coming.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's very exciting
Yeah.
things coming. So.
Definitely
Yes.
some goods coming. And I think it's cool stuff that like nobody else is doing just to tease up a little more. There's I don't think some of the things that that Nate's looking into has been done by anybody else yet.
Yeah, no, I don't believe so either. And hopefully we'll get some more people in TASCO. So yeah, it'd be cool.
Heck yeah, that would be super cool. It'll be one of these things.
Look, Mom, no hands.
As we're cruising through. One of the things I was talking to Nate about. Oh, Joey found it.
Hands. Speaking of hands,
that's I think that's the video potentially. Yeah, right there.
Damn.
And see that whip versus the one we were watching earlier is just progression. It just takes time.
Wow. That's sick. Even the no footer, you kind of have that no footer table going.
Trying.
So sick. So steezy. Yeah, look at that. Damn. And this one doesn't have anything about the fake whip police thingy.
No. Yeah.
Dude, that's when you made it, right? It's when you do something really good and you start getting people like, oh, fake.
Oh my gosh. You should see some of my comments. It gets kind of hilarious sometimes.
Yeah, I think that if they were to ride with you at Rays, they'd probably be like, sorry, I just wanted to just trying to get your attention.
And that's what I always like. That's my goal when I'm at Rays is or anywhere. If someone approaches me and talks to me like, hey, I love your stuff. Like I want to give you the most genuine reaction or interaction that I can. Some of the riders that come up to me, I'll go spin a few laps with them and, just like try to get to know them a little bit. And like, I think that's like, even going back to like the community of mountain biking, I think that's what's so important. Like you just need to get the youth excited about riding and it'll just keep building and building from there.
Totally. Especially with somebody like you who will really give them some time, because I feel like when they see you, when they see somebody they watch and they admire, when that person returns and gives them time and sees them, I feel like it goes such a long way compared to the folks who, who don't. But yeah, it changes things for people. It allows them to feel accepted. It allows them to feel like we're all part of this big community. Maybe they even feel like they can be you someday. They can do some of the things that you're doing.
I've gotten some pretty heartwarming comments before like that. Like I want to be just like you or something. Like that's just what keeps me going. And I'm very thankful for all the people that come up to me and say that type of stuff. It makes my my week sometimes. So yeah, it's really cool experience.
It's so cool. I know we had Three Brothers Extreme on here, and I had one of those moments with these kids at Sky Park where they came up and they're like, hey Mark, will you run a lap with us? It'd be really awesome if you ran a lap with us. I'm like, dude, of course, I'd love to run a lap with you guys. And they freaking skied the session jump and they whipped it like crazy, and I cased the hell out of it. And I was like, oh, thanks for having me tag along with you guys.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Tail between the leg moment right
I
there.
know.
Yeah.
I got some work to do.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think I got that
yeah.
on video, but I never posted it.
Did you have that on video, Joey? I was all like,
I
"Oh, of
believe I
course
do
I'll do
have it on
laps with
video.
you guys." And then at the end, I'm like, "Oh, can I still do laps with you guys?"
That's in the hidden folder. Yeah.
Yeah, Joey, you can post it. You can post it.
All right. I'll send it to you. You can post it.
Oh man, Alan, when it comes to like your future, how old are you? If it's okay to me to ask.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm 29 years old.
29. The world
Yeah.
is yours. You're gonna be.
We're trying. Yeah, no, we're trying it out here. You should see this my apartment room right now. I got 4 bikes stacked over here. We're trying to look professional here, and yeah, we're trying to do stuff.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
At 29, man, I remember the world is yours. Like, it's the time to strike and do all these things. Where are you striking right now? Where is your dreams? What are you looking forward to?
So I do have a day job as well. So I work in the motorcycle industry for Wiseco Pistons, and so I'm a CNC machinist by day, and then I do all my content stuff by night. So I think honestly, so I recently just started a business. It's called Shroup MTB.
Oh
And
boy.
I just formed a website, and I created a story not too long ago, and I just said, like, beware, it looks like a 6th grader made it, but I tried my best. Squarespace is an amazing platform, so we got it looking okay. But yeah, so my goal, like, so where do I see Al in a few years? I'd really like to try to be coaching and doing social stuff full time. I do have my CNC machining career as well. I've been a machinist for about 9 years now. So I went to trade school for that and everything. And yeah, so I think it'd be awesome to, have a coaching / social media business. And I mean, I do now, technically. I just have to keep growing it. And I did over like 50 lessons this year, between Rays and some of the local trailheads. So yeah, it's been cool.
That's really cool. That's really cool, dude. And the CNC machine license, like, you can do stuff. Like,
we're trying. Yeah.
I mean, the 5 Dev folks are a great example of what happened. Like, during the pandemic, people weren't able to get their stuff, or they were stuck on the boat out there waiting to come to shore. And the 5Dev folks were like, "Well, dude, we got machines. We can make cranks," and they did. And now they're
their stuff looks good. Look really good.
Yeah, so you never know what you can do with that. Like Trail Pimp right here, he says you should start making bolts, like better bolts. Better bolts makes
there
all
we
those
go.
cool colors. Yeah.
Trail Pimp is a thinker. I like that.
Yeah. Trail Monster out of Arizona saying, "Okay, I'm back. Busy life. I take about 3 trips to Ohio a year. I need to get to Rays at some point. I have pictures of me riding Changa World back in the day when it was for bikes."
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've been to Changa a few times. It's 1 exit up from Rays MTB. So yeah, it's a skate park. A lot of good riders go there too. Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, is it still open for bikes? Like, just certain
Yeah.
times?
Yeah, no, so I think what he might be referring to is, at one point it might have been just for bikes, but now skateboarders and scooters and everyone go there as well. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Let's go back to that website real quick. I'm trying to pop that up. What was it called? Your new website was called?
It's Shroup MTB. So SHRALP MTB.
MTB.com. Let's take a look at that, folks. Let's pop that open. Oh, sick. I see it. I'm sharing it right now.
Wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the website, Shroup MTB. And there it is. Can you guys see that okay? Bike coach.
Yes, I can.
Services based in Cleveland, Ohio. So let's take a spin through this real quick, Alan.
It's pretty short.
Okay. If people are on here, it looks like they can sign up for coaching or social media services.
Yes. Yeah.
Interested in working together. Oh, cool. Okay. I see you're building this out. This is dope.
Yeah, that's a great way to say it. It's still in the building process. So
this is dope. And I see you have I think I just actually tried some of this. Is this spilt milk right here? Let's see if I can.
It is, yeah.
Used to cry over spilt milk, but that's a thing in the past because now you can drink it. The company Spilt was kind enough to send me their products to try. These things have 20 grams of protein, are 90 calories, and have 0 grams of sugar. They also have caffeine in them. This is the 60 milligram version and a 140 milligram version if you really need that boost. We're going to do a live taste test on the chocolate milk flavor, and then we're going to give it a rating on the whip scale. PSA, I did put this in the fridge for a couple hours before I'm tasting it, if you're wondering. Cheers. Ooh. Cue the whip.
Yo.
That is getting a fat whip on the whip scale. And if you don't know what a whip is, we're going 10 out of 10. This has an awesome flavor, especially if you like milk. You know the classic saying, drink more milk, right? Maybe we should all be drinking some more spilt milk. Check it out.
Sick. So you have a spot here. Yeah. Go ahead, Joey. You were going to say?
No, that was good. I liked it. I hadn't heard of
Thank you.
before, other than spilt milk.
Yeah, it's a newer company, and I saw that my one friend tried some, and I was like, so I gave him a follow, and they reached out, and I got to try some. So
Nice.
I think it's really good, honestly. It has a little bit of caffeine in it and 20 grams of protein. So, you know, like if you need a boost after your ride or before, it's I like it. So it's good.
Yeah, and Kim and I were in Canada this last weekend racing at Horseshoe Bike Park. There she goes right there. I got influenced and ordered the chocolate spilt milk. Quite yummy. Yes. So I tried some. So she had like a case at the house, and man, that stuff was good. And somebody like me, I'm like I'm lactose intolerant, you know, so I can have like maybe a half a glass, but a full glass is gonna hurt me. But this stuff was fine.
Yeah, I think it's lactose free potentially.
Yes. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I was reading it and Kim was like, yeah, you're fine. It's like totally good to go. And damn, it tasted good. It was really good.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah, for sure.
Now there's a lot of different flavors on there. Which one you got to try a bunch, but which one seemed to really take your taste buds?
So if I had to like drink one once a day or like every day or something, I would probably like go with chocolate, but like that little like spicing it up, the strawberry is really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm a fan.
That sounds good. I heard that so Kim had the chocolate one, but I think there's another version of chocolate that tastes like a Yoo-hoo, is what it sounded like.
I believe so. That might be the max one even. It might taste a little bit different. Yeah. Yeah, all right. It does actually a little bit different. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that stuff is good. That stuff is really good. We got JT that just popped into the house. What's up? Good to see you, the Dusty Dutchman. And then Trump Pimp is saying, Kim shreds. I bet she could do Rampage. Dude, the girl can do drops like nobody's business.
She did drop the hammer in Bentonville. I think, right?
Oh yeah. She was dropping the hammer when we were at the Highlands up in northern Michigan. She was dropping any one of those drops. There were local riders that were showing us this trail, and they're like, "Oh, these are big." And Kim's like, "Well, how big is big?" And they're like, "They're big. We won't even do them." And she goes to the biggest one, which was the second one, and she just looks at it, rolls her bike back. I'm like, "Are you dropping?" And she just straight up sent it. And
nice, that's awesome.
Yeah, the guys were like, "Oh, damn, I guess I need to." And they looked back at it again, and then they were like, "No way." Right there, she's
showing them up. I like it.
Yeah, cool. She's showing it up. Drops all day, jumps not so much. That's
maybe that so much will come out this year.
Exactly. The ... needs to be after the not so much, because that's definitely coming. She just cleared a 30-footer. We went to a place called Hydrocut, and there was a big tabletop there, and she just smoked that one. Which 30 feet? What is that, like 5 bike links?
30 feet's pretty big. Yeah.
Big.
100%. Yeah, that's rad.
Yeah, we watched some people roll through, and nobody was clearing it, and it was just like muhaha.
Kaka.
Exactly.
Was it a tabletop?
They were tabletops, legit tabletops. Dirt tax refund equates to more airtime. Yes,
there you go.
Yes,
it does. Yeah.
So yeah. So Allen, you got some cool stuff coming up, man. I really am excited to see where this goes for you. You got the new website, shroupmtb.com. I think that's going to grow. I love that I can see it. You have coaching on there. You have the media package, and you also have your partnerships with whoever you're working with. I mean, I feel like in today's world, I feel like you're ahead of the game, because traditional business, you go to school, you go get a job. Like with the internet and everything, you can create your own space, and you're doing it. You're doing it around something that you're passionate about.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. And honestly, like for anyone listening that's thinking about trying to become like, an influencer, just start trying some stuff. And I think even like maybe a couple years ago, I was kind of scared to like just try stuff, and you never know what is going to end up happening. I mean, like, even being on a podcast right now, I always dreamed about being on a podcast, like things like that. And could, like, honestly, we're not talking about the bad part of manifestation, whatever that word is, but the good part of manifestation. I do believe in that a little bit. I mean, if you just wake up and it's all you think about, and you go to bed thinking about it, and you really do truly put the time in, I think like anyone can, create something that they're passionate about. And that's what I'm trying to do. And the website, it's not done yet, but you know what? It's up there,
Yes.
so it's a start. So
very much so. What's the saying? It's harder to get the airplane in the air than it is to steer it once it's in the air. Like just go,
that's good.
and then like figure it out as you go along. I feel like for a lot of us, it's the video game culture. Like you fail, but you learn something, and you put another quarter in. Well, there's no quarters these days. You just hit start again, right? But you just go and go. You don't fail and then quit. You fail and you learn. You're like, okay, I should have turned left. And that's how we get to the next level and get to the next level. If we stop, we don't ever get a chance to beat the game. And this is the game of life. And you have an
100%.
opportunity to do something that you want to do versus like something safe that you don't want to do. Right. So
right.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, you have to push yourself and try to be uncomfortable. And it's okay to be comfortable at times as well. But if you really want something, sometimes it takes to be uncomfortable. Unfortunately, it's just got to go through it. So
exactly. Exactly. I love that. The Dusty Dutchman says that's exactly how Creator Camp got started. Worked on it every day until it was a thing. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
That's awesome. So true. MTB Sheen Queen is saying Allen is the whole package, incredibly talented and a genuinely nice guy.
Means
Very
a lot.
true.
Thank you.
Very true. And then what was Allen's nickname? We have this coming in from Dan Messersmith. He's saying, ask Allen what his nickname was when he was young.
Yeah, it was Wheels.
Was it really?
Wheels.
Yeah. I would randomly, it's a little embarrassing, but I would push things up and down the driveway all the time. I was just spinning them wheels 24/7. So yeah. Always
Wheels
doing
as a
something.
nickname any day.
That's a cool
for
nickname.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's almost like tattoo worthy nickname.
Yeah.
It's on the back already,
Right, there you go. Wheels says it right there on the back. Oh, Allen, dude, it's been awesome to have you on the Segment Podcast. Thank you so much for sharing with us all the things that you're doing, how you've learned, things that you're going to be doing in the future. If there is like one big goal out there for you that you can like manifest, since we talked about manifesting things, what would that main goal be? Just like say it out to the universe. Like, what is that goal that you're going after?
I would say being the best person I can, and hopefully inspire as many people as I can to ride a bike. Spreading bike awareness is my main goal.
Sick. I love it. That's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 162 with Allen Messersmith, the talented and genuine nice person, Allen Messersmith. And you actually have some of your friends here. Kenny Fultz is saying, I thought it was going to be Messi.
A Messi. Yeah.
Messi.
Yeah. Some of my friends call me that. Yeah.
Oh man, thank you so much, Allen. And is there anything that we didn't get a chance to cover that you want to share before we call it?
I don't believe so. Stay tuned for the TASCO stuff, and I am going to be going to the Fall Fest in Knoxville, Tennessee, in November 1st, like that weekend, and hopefully this next coming year, I'm either going to head out to Sedona or Sea Otter. So I might see you guys at one of those.
Nice.
Definitely. We'll probably
Yeah.
be at the TASCO booth together.
Let's go. I like it. Awesome.
That's going to be awesome. And then lastly, where can people follow you if they want to follow you on social media? Where are you located?
Yeah, it's I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and it is at Allen M456.
Nice. Beautiful. That's awesome. Thank you, Alan. Thank you so much. And thank you all to the chat for you guys being here with us, the questions and everything. Trail Pimp saying, hope you make it back to California soon. But
me too. Yeah, me too. I like it out there. It's great.
Yeah, so fun. And with that, we're going to call it a night, folks. Good to see everybody. And we'll see you guys all in the next episode 163 coming up soon. See you guys.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Good night.